The chief of Eabametoong is vowing to fast-track the construction of a new school in the First Nation after a devastating fire destroyed the John C. Yes-No Education Center yesterday morning. Chief Solomon Atlukin says they're making temporary plans for online learning and a temporary facility for the 299 students. But he says a new school must be built as soon as possible. Jonathan Wilson reports.
We are going to fast track to rebuild the school. There is no excuse of not having to do that because every child has a right to go to school regardless what happens.
Eabametoong Chief Sol Atlukin says his community has been coming together to cope following the major fire that burned their only school to the ground.
And they're just shocked, devastated, and the school's gone, up in flames. Even the kids, were crying. A few of the kids were crying that morning when they found out that they lost the school.
Two boys, aged 17 and 14, were taken into police custody on Thursday with arson charges pending.
But when I did hear that it could be arson, it was unbelievable. I couldn't believe that could happen. My initial reaction, just like anybody else, would, I guess, anger. Why would they do it? Why would somebody do that? But after a while, thinking about it, I can't approach it that way.
Instead, Atlukin says he has to focus on helping the 299 kindergarten to grade 9 students salvage their school year. They're planning for virtual learning to begin soon and finding a temporary facility to house at least some of the students and teachers.
We're also already submitted some proposals for a temporary solution in housing our students where they can go to school temporarily.
And they're working with Matawa and Indigenous Services Canada to fast-track construction of a new school, which has been bogged down in the planning and funding stages since 2019.
And we want to move fast on it. It's something that needs to take place immediately, moving forward for planning for a new school. And we all know federal government has the fiduciary responsibility for education of our Indigenous kids. And that should be their priority and goal, and that should happen immediately.
Jonathan Wilson, TBT News.